Hey guys, what's up? Good evening and welcome back. Sorry for being late, but I was trading after hours with some earnings reports. I was able to day trade DocuSign and Broadcom, so that's the reason why I wasn't able to start the stream right at 4:30 p.m., which was the time that I was thinking about in order to kick off the stream. So welcome back. How are you guys doing today? Good? Please drop a comment down below and let me know what stocks you want me to go over. And in the meantime, let me make a summary of what happened today in the markets. Green day across the board, with the Russell 2000 going up 0.81%. The Nasdaq went up 1.51%. The Dow Jones went up 0.34%. And the S&P 500 and the SPY, for that matter, both hit a brand new all-time high. So we had a record close in the case of the S&P 500. And for the most part today, we didn't have a lot of trading opportunities. We had, for the most part, a melt-up operation throughout the trading session. We only had some sort of pullback, a tiny pullback of 15 points in the case of the S&P 500 into the closing bell. And guess what? They ended up buying the dip, and we closed pretty much. We closed the trading session near, all-time high. So, what's up, Chuck? How are you? Tessie, Sofi, Palantir, Palantir, and Apple. Thomas, welcome back. Dito, is that a stock? It sounds familiar to me. Yeah. Okay, and by the way, guys, sorry I couldn't be active with you guys today because I had to go to the DMV. First thing in the morning, I got back to my studio at around 1 p.m. or noon, I think. It was near noon. And by that time, guys, the markets were just melting up. There was nothing important and meaningful going on in the trading session, so I didn't have any information to post, right, to share with you guys. Tomorrow, it might be different because tomorrow we have the jobs report of February. That report comes out at 8:30 a.m. and that might be a market moving event. So you have to keep that in mind. When it comes to my pre-market commentary, it is going to be posted later than usual once the jobs report comes out and, Mrs. Market does whatever she's going to do. And so I believe that I am going to be posting my pre-market commentary with the areas of interest of the SPY a bit before the trading session opens. Say, 9:15 a.m., 9:20 a.m. Sorry, 9:15, 9:20 a.m., something like that. So let's see if tomorrow we happen to see some sort of volatility, guys, because for the most part, take a look at what happened today. It was a melt-up operation. Ever since the trading session opened, we had a tiny pullback down to $512, and from $512, which was the session low today, the market's pretty much melted up to all-time highs, guys. Now we have a brand new all-time high in the case of the SPY at $515, pretty much $516. We saw a bit of profit taken into the closing bell, but nothing meaningful. Nothing meaningful that we can that would have let us take a trade into the closing bell. So there wasn't much to be done today from a trading perspective. That might change tomorrow depending on whatever happens with the jobs report. Okay, so I have a bunch of requests over here. Tessie, Apple. Hey, by the way, guys, do you remember what I told you about Apple last week? On last Thursday's stream, I told you, because someone asked about Apple. I don't remember who was it, right? I told you, if Apple closes one or two trading sessions below $179, this stock is a short. I actually got Apple puts That was on last Friday when we had the first close of Apple below $180, $180. And take a look at this disaster, guys. This stock hasn't been doing anything but dropping pretty much every day. If we pull up a 5-day, 5-minute chart, so today Apple actually, I mean, it was trading in positive territory for most of the trading session, but let me count this, guys. So Apple has been going down for how many trading sessions in a row? Let me see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, wow, 5 trading sessions in a row, guys. This gotta be some sort of, this could be a record, guys. Unbelievable. Take a look at this pink line that you guys can see over here. This is a 20-day moving average, downward sloping. The 5-day moving average is also downward sloping. So we don't have any signs over here, guys, that could be pointing at the fact that buyers are starting to show some sort of interest in Apple. So I wouldn't short it here, to be honest with you, but I wouldn't go long here either, guys. I need to see buyers showing some sort of strength by maybe recapturing the 5-day moving average, this white line that you guys can see over here, which is downward sloping. That this is not a good sign for Apple either, obviously. You guys know that the slope of the moving averages matter and matter a lot. Okay, when you guys see any moving average downward sloping, if it is tested as a resistance, it is very likely to provide a very tough resistance. Okay, and on the flip side, when any moving average is upward sloping and it is tested as a support, the fact that the moving average is up, or that moving average is upward sloping, implies that there is a, let's say, high likelihood for that moving average in order to be able to act as a support. So this chart is absolutely broken from a technical standpoint. And obviously, guys, we have over here a 52-week low at $165-ish. So if Apple happens to pay a visit down to this spot, we are going to, what I am about to tell you isn't going to be my case, because I don't like to guess bottoms, okay? And I am not a trader of downtrends either. But I guess that if $165 happens to be tested, I don't know, maybe tomorrow, maybe next week, we're going to have a lot of people out there, a lot of traders out there calling out over here a double bottom, because $165 is a previous support back from late October. And I think that there are going to be a lot of traders trying to play the bounce at $165. That isn't going to be my case. In my case, I would like to see buyers showing some strength by at least recapturing the 5-day moving average. So maybe if we happen to see some sort of consolidation above $173-ish, I might think about giving Apple a shot. And if I draw a line over here, guys, take a look at how this, as of now, because this 5-day moving average is going to move tomorrow, obviously. But as of now, the 5-day moving average happens to coincide with a previous support back from mid-August of last year. So I don't know, maybe. I don't think I am going to be trading Apple anytime soon, guys, to be honest with you. So this is a downtrend, a major downtrend, by the way. Apple almost closed today's trading session, making a brand new lower low. The short is absolutely broken, so I don't see any reason in order to go long this stock as of now. And this is a very hot stock when it comes to retail traders and stuff like that. So I wouldn't buy puts here either, because at some point you can have a quote unquote oversold relief rally. Okay, and you guys know that I don't like the terms overbought and oversold. That those terms are pretty much bullshit. But a lot of market participants believe in those concepts. So I guess that we must have a lot of people thinking about that. We have a relief rally coming in the case of Apple because the stock is oversold. By the way, let me take a look at the options flow of Apple today, guys. Let me take a look at that quickly over here. Take a look. So Apple today we had 1.1 1.4 million contracts being traded, and 62% of those contracts were call options. So you can tell, guys, we have a lot of people trying to guess a bottom over here, but this is not a stock that I am willing to trade anytime soon. If we take a look, or let me take a look at the market structure. Let me see if we find something, I don't know, hopeful about Apple from a demand and supply standpoint. So let me take a look over here. Take a look, guys. Nothing. Remember, on top of this chart, you guys can see the demand or buyers, and at the bottom, you guys can see the supply or sellers. The demand is going lower, and the supply is also going lower. But take a look at the level of the supply. It is, despite the fact that it is starting to go down, the level of the supply, so the level of sellers, is above the level of the level of buyers, or the level at which we can see the buyers as of now. In the case of this market structure chart of Apple. So I don't know, guys. If we take a look at some, let me see, AVWAPs. Okay, take a look at this anchor volume weighted average price line that comes from last year's low. So Apple in early January of 2023 hit a price of $126. So this AVWAP that comes from that day, this was in early January of last year, is signaling as of now $173. This is an important spot, guys. So we had a lot of people, or we know that there were a lot of people over here making money out of Apple since January of last year, and as of now, guess what happened? Those market participants that started positions in Apple back in January of last year, they were making a good chunk of money, and now they are under the water. So this is a potential spot of resistance for Apple. If Apple happens to try to burst above $173, we can make the case that most of these market participants that were making money before on Apple and that as of now are losing money, they could be closing their positions. So I wouldn't touch Apple below $173. So take a look, guys. We have the downward sloping 5-day moving average as of now signaling $173, and we know that the AVWAP that comes from last year's low is signaling as of now $173. So this is stock from a long trading perspective is a no touch below $173 approximately. Hey Jacob, how are you, buddy? Yeah, we killed it today on the tier 4. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, AMD, Advanced Micro Devices. Let me go ahead and take a look at AMD. Advanced Micro Devices. So it went up today 0.36%, and it closed the trading session at $211.38. Nothing wrong with this short, guys. Like nothing. And by the way, Broadcom just posted earnings, and it could be affecting semiconductor stocks. So AMD dropped initially. I guess that once the earnings report of Broadcom came out, and now it is climbing back up. So, no harm, no foul here for AMD, despite the fact that I think that Broadcom is trading down after hours. Let me double check on that. Let me see. Yeah, it is lower after hours. I mean, not much. The expected move was $130. And Broadcom is down 4% after hours. So, like way less than the expected move. Okay, circling back to AMD. Clear uptrend above all the moving averages. The trend is your friend until she throws your shit out the window. I don't know, guys. If AMD keeps consolidating above this upward sloping 5-day moving average, we could see higher prices over here, guys. So the 5-day moving average, or we can see the 5-day moving average as of now at $207. So if you guys see AMD consolidating above $207, so this could be signaling that the bulls are gathering momentum in order to make another push higher and try to take out AMD's most recent all-time high at $216. This is absolutely possible, guys. If we, keep seeing these kind of, green days across the board, on the Nasdaq 100, the Qs, the SPY. So yeah, as long as the bulls defend and hold that support $207, we can easily make the case that we have higher prices coming for AMD in case of some sort of drop in the markets, you know. And by the way, guys, keep in mind that next week is one of the worst weeks throughout any year for the market. So maybe if we happen to see some sort of downwards pressure next week because of the seasonality, and if maybe, I don't know, that downwards pressure kicks off during tomorrow's trading session, if you guys happen to see AMD breaking $207 to the downside, so breaking this 5-day moving average to the downside on good volume, yeah, we could maybe see lower prices. Maybe, why not, a drop down to $200 or $197. But above $207, from a technical standpoint, we can make the case that we have higher prices on deck in the case of AMD. Let me take a look at the market structure of advanced micro devices. What do we see over here? Let me see. Take a look at the market structure, guys. Demand on top, and at the bottom, the supply. Demand buyers, supply sellers. Take a look at the demand. It's through the roof. And the supply is trying to rise, but it is below the average. When I say average of the supply, I am talking about this kind of dotted line that you guys can see over here. So this is a technical chart that is under the absolute control of buyers, and under normal market conditions, if we don't see some sort of pullback in the market as a whole, I think that we have higher prices coming up for AMD more likely than not. I am not going to check any AV webs over here because this stock is trading pretty much at all-time highs. So we don't have any buyers trapped above the current price of AMD. Okay, what other request do we have here? Hey, Aaron, how are you, buddy? Hey, Albert, if the DNB had a stock, would you buy it? No, not at all. I got lucky today, bro, by the way, because this guy that took care of me today was very polite, you know, and super nice with me. And when I was done, you know, like I needed a replacement for my driver's license. I told the guy, hey, man, I mean, I have been coming to the DNB for 6 years so far, and you have been the nicest person that I have dealt with by a mile. Very nice guy. I got lucky today, guys. It was a nice experience at the DNB. How about that, huh? It was a nice experience at the DNB. Not many people can say that, right? I got lucky. I definitely got lucky today. Yeah. Excuse me, guys. What about Coin, bro? Sure. Coinbase. Guys, I have some sort of, and I was talking about this with the guys, with the people of my Patreon today. I have a doubt in my mind, and you guys know that I am a crypto investor. Okay, I have been investing in Bitcoin and Ethereum since 3 years ago. I am pretty much, you know, like dollar cost averaging. So I am buying $300 of Bitcoin and $300 of Ethereum every single month, regardless of the price. But I have a doubt here. So before all of these Bitcoin ETFs were rolled out, the only vehicles that we had in the stock market in order to trade something crypto related were Coinbase and Marathon Digital and what else? Riot and MicroStrategy. I know that the name of the company is MicroStrategy, but I say MicroStrategy. Okay. But now, guys, that we have all of these Bitcoin ETFs, these crypto-related stocks, such as Coinbase, such as Marathon Digital, such as Riot, whatever, I mean, there are some competitors out there. So, if say that I don't know, I am a boomer, I am a 55-year-old guy, I don't know, somewhere in Michigan, and I start to feel some sort of curiosity in regard to the crypto space. Before the ETFs were rolled out, the options that I had in the stock market were only a few, as I just told you guys, Coinbase and Mara and whatever. But now there are a lot of ETFs that are being backed up by, like BlackRock, and I don't know, I think that we also have a JP Morgan ETF or something like that. So now these crypto related stocks have a bunch of competitors out there. So this is gonna be this is gonna be an interesting one. And take a look at how Meta. Let me take a look at Meta. Meta is dead, guys. So take a look at this. So as of now, we have Bitcoin trading pretty much near all-time highs. And take a look at Meta. I mean, buyers are nowhere to be found. Why is Meta so out of favor? Because there are competitors. So in the case of Coinbase, and in the case of Coinbase is still tracking Bitcoin like to the penny. Be careful, guys. I need to see, I don't know, like 1 or 2 more months of trading in order to feel more confident about the fact that Coinbase is still a crypto-related stock that actually tracks Bitcoin. Because we have a bunch of competitors out there because of all of these Bitcoin ETFs. Okay, in the case of Coinbase, this is a very good looking chart above all the moving averages. We have over here a 20-day moving average, which is upward sloping. I cannot take this call right now. Okay, sorry about that, guys. So we have the 20-day moving average upward sloping, the 5-day moving average upward sloping as well. This technical chart is under the absolute control of buyers. Can Coinbase keep going higher? Yes, of course it can. I am going to draw a line over here. Keep an eye on $238. $238 happens to be a previous resistance back from March 4th. So this is a previous resistance from a few days ago. And if this support happens to be broken to the downside, we have none other than the upward sloping 5-day moving average sitting at $226 approximately. This could also be a potential spot for support. And what happens? Say that Coinbase keeps consolidating above $237. What would be the next gap to the upside over here, guys? So the next gap could take Coinbase up to $260, guys. Take a look. $260 happens to be a previous resistance back from late June of 2021. There is still a lot of room to the upside here. I'm still a bit curious to see if Coinbase will keep tracking Bitcoin to the penny as it has been doing it forever. But from a technical standpoint, we have higher prices on deck for Coinbase. So we can make the case that if Bitcoin happens to take out its brand new all-time high, which is sitting at 69,300, 69,400 bucks, something like that, maybe Coinbase could be filling this gap up to 260 bucks. This is a beautiful technical chart, guys. A bear would argue that Coinbase is a bit extended from Homebase. When I say Homebase, guys, you guys know that I am talking about both the 100 and the 200-day moving average. The 100 DMA is this blue line that you guys can see over here, and the 200 is this red line, this kind of red line that you guys can see over here. So when we say that any given stock is a bit extended to the upside or extended relative to its 100 and 200-day moving average, we can make the case that we can see some sort of tiny correction down to the 20 DMA. The 20-day moving average is this pink line that you guys can see over here. So according to, I don't know, a Coinbase bear, we could see a correction. Why not? This could happen. And on top of that, next week happens to be one of the most negative weeks for the markets throughout any year. So maybe a correction down to $184 could be in the cards. Why not? And this is a very volatile stock. So anything could happen here. We could see $184, which could be a buy the dip opportunity if we happen to confirm that this drop occurred tracking Bitcoin, and that Bitcoin found support, I don't know, at $60,000, at $62,000. And if Coinbase happens to find support near $184, this could be a buy the dip opportunity. But as long as the bulls remain trading above $237, and as long as Bitcoin remains trading near all-time highs, yeah, why not? We could see $260 here, no problem, in my opinion, absolutely. Yep. Let me see if the market structure of Coinbase says anything positive. And then we can take a look at some AVWAPs as well. Let me see. Coinbase. Take a look, guys. So the supply is rising very aggressively, we can say. But take a look at the demand. The demand is way above the level of the supply. We have way more buyers than sellers. And we can actually reconcile this market structure chart with the technical chart of Coinbase. Beautiful chart. Nothing wrong over here. So why not? $260. And if we take a look at some AVWAPs, we don't have any buyers trapped at around these prices, guys. Take a look. No, take a look. Take a look at these two AVWAPs, guys. So the longest one comes from the all-time high of Coinbase. So these market participants have an average price of $108. Go figure that. They are making a killing here. And the shortest AVWAP, which is this one, that comes from Coinbase last earnings report, is signaling as of now $193. So these market participants are also making good money here. So that implies that we don't have any important levels of overhead supply above the current price of Coinbase, guys. So why not? $260. That could be the next toll for the bulls of Coinbase. Kiko stocks. What is going on with Meta? It was the hottest stock, and how that. I think that what is going on with Meta is what I am telling you guys. We have a bunch of competitors here, guys. And mind you, I took a look at the last earnings report of Meta, which came out last week. It was a very solid report, guys. But these crypto mining stocks are unpredictable, or companies, because the revenue that they make, and therefore the money that they make, the profit that they make, the net income that they make, is pretty much linked to a very valuable asset such as Bitcoin. Bitcoin could be, I don't know, guys, Bitcoin could be tomorrow trading at $80,000. You guys know how valuable it is. But then 2 weeks after that, it could be trading at $50,000. So from an investor standpoint, I wouldn't invest one single dollar on Meta because it is unpredictable. And on top of that, now we have a bunch of Bitcoin ETFs that are more attractive than Meta. And way more attractive than most of the crypto mining stocks that we have in the stock market. Guys, we have a Bitcoin ETF that is being backed up by BlackRock. So again, if you were a boomer from Michigan, I don't know, from New England, you are a 60-year-old guy, you are about to retire, and you want to invest on Bitcoin, but you don't want to buy the actual cryptocurrency. You want to buy anything crypto related in the stock market. What would you buy? Marathon Digital or a Bitcoin ETF that is being backed up by BlackRock? What would you buy? So we have competitors for these stocks. And I am curious about Coinbase, by the way. But well, Coinbase is an exchange and, it has a lot of Bitcoin. So it might be the exception to the rule. Okay, so do you think the Bitcoin ETFs is affecting the minor stocks? Absolutely, 100%. 100%. I think, guys, that these crypto mining stocks don't have much room to the upside with these crypto ETFs, these Bitcoin ETFs. In my opinion, I could be mistaken, guys. But take a look at what the net aggregate opinion of the markets is saying as of now. Why is Meta trading like this? And why is Bitcoin trading like this? Take a look. Something happened here, guys. Take a look at Bitcoin. They are no longer tracking Bitcoin. Something to think about, guys, I think. Okay, So, what other requests do I have here? Let me see. We have Sofi, my blowfi. So I think that this stock got killed recently because they are diluting. They are issuing new shares in order to raise some capital. Despite the fact that they did that, which in the short term is negative, it could be positive, long term wise. Sofi was able to pull off a green day today. It went up 0.95% and it closed the trading session at $7.47. So guys, I have nothing productive to say over here. I have call options and I have an unrealized loss. But my calls expire in May or June. I am not going to average down on those calls because this technical chart is totally broken as of now. This is a no touch, guys. As long as buyers don't show some sort of strength, don't try to buy the dip over here, guys. And I'm telling you, I have call options. And as of now, I have an unrealized loss on those calls. But those calls expire, I think that in late May or early June. I have to double check on that. So I still have some extrinsic value over there. But take a look. We can even make the case that this thing is kind of working on some sort of bearish rectangle. Take a look at this. A non-academic one. Take a look. This isn't looking good at all, guys. So, yeah, this is some sort of non-academic bearish rectangle. Watch out for a Sofi here, guys. If it happens to break $7.14 to the downside, this could be a short opportunity. I could be kind of hedging my calls via put options. Why not? Or maybe cutting the loss. I don't know. But this technical chart doesn't look good at all, guys. So Sofi breaks to the downside. The lower line of this, as I just said, guys, kind of bearish rectangle. Yeah, this could. What would be the next support here, guys? So say that Sofi breaks $7.16 to the downside. Yeah, the next maybe potential support could be $6.70, or why not? It's 52-week low at $6.40. Not a good looking chart, guys. So the bulls really need to defend this support, guys. $7.17, because if this bearish rectangle happens to play out, we have lower prices on deck for Sofi, guys. As I just said, maybe down to, I don't know, $6.70 or maybe $6.40. And I guess, guys, that if we happen to see $6.40, you guys know that this is another pumped up stock by retail traders and a lot of YouTubers that think that Sofi is the future, brah, and Sofi is the next financial wonder of the world. So if we happen to see $6.40, I guess that some buyers could be, stepping in here. But not a good looking chart. So the only way I would think about going long here, or maybe adding to the position that I already have on Sofi, would be the bulls recapturing the 100-day moving average at around $8. So $8 happens to coincide with this 100-day moving average. And at the same time, let me see if I have any other convergence here, guys. Yeah, we can make the case that this 100-day moving average near $8 happens to coincide with a previous support back from early January. Very, very ugly looking short, guys. This is a short, guys. Sofi breaks $7.14 to the downside. This is a short. This is a textbook short, in my opinion. Let me see if from a market structure standpoint we have any encouraging signs in the case of Sofi Technologies. Let me see. No, guys, take a look. The demand is dropping. It pretty much stopped recently, and the supply is going higher. So, yeah, a short breaking $7.14 to the downside, and maybe a long recapturing the 100-day moving average at $8 approximately. Let me see if I see any AV WAPs that could be worth pointing. That could be worth to be pointed out here. So Sofi, let me see. Sofi Technologies, and take a look, guys. So the longest AV web comes from the all-time high of Sofi, and take a look at how it's been impossible, guys, recently for the bulls to hold as support this AV web that as of now is signaling $9. The bulls of Sofi have failed right at this AV web on 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 occasions. Critical spot, guys, $9. Every single time that Sofi comes across with the buyers that are trapped since this stock hit an all-time high. This was back in February of 2021. The stock gets rejected immediately. It would be a very good sign for the bulls being able to recapture $9, but according to this technical chart, that doesn't look like a potential scenario anytime soon for Sofi. Okay. Have you gone over Nvda? No, not yet. Let's go over Nvda. Guys, I actually closed a trade with Nvda, I think that yesterday or the day before yesterday. How many people, guys, are still trying to short this stock? This is the dumbest thing ever to do. I just don't get it, guys. So, when Nvda was approaching $500, $500 is gonna be a short. Okay. When Nvda was getting close to $600, $600 is gonna be a nice short. Okay. When Nvda was getting close to $700, $700 is gonna be a short. When Nvda was getting close to $800, $800 is gonna be a nice short. And I don't get it, guys. I don't get it. And now that Nvda is getting close to $1,000, guess what? You're going to see a lot of people saying that, Nvda is going to be a short at $1,000. So people don't learn their lessons. That's the only thing I can say here, guys. There is zero reason to short Nvda. Zero. Again, guys. Would I chase it here? Would I go all Nvda at $930? No, of course not. I would be waiting for some sort of pullback, maybe down to $870. This could be a buy the dip opportunity, guys, near the upward sloping 5-day moving average and coinciding. This level coincides, $878 happens to coincide with a former resistance back from when? March 4th. Well, Nvda was at $878 only 3 days ago. This is unbelievable, guys. So I wouldn't chase it here. And guys, again, and I have been telling you this over and over and over and over again. And we talked about this last week in regard to super microcomputer. So these stocks are in very clear uptrends, and the momentum, this AI narrative that we have as of now in the markets is simply too strong. So these dips on any important AI-related stocks keep getting bought up. AMD, Nvda, Smci, you name it. They just keep buying the dips. And they will keep doing it until either something very negative happens in the economy and we happen to see a sizable correction in the markets, or until Nvda drops the ball. For any reason, I don't know. Maybe Nvda lowers guidance. I don't see that happening. I don't see that happening anytime soon. But I don't know. Maybe anything can happen, right? Maybe Nvda next week says, "Hey, guys, we were mistaken." And the very upbeat guidance that we posted 2 weeks ago, I don't know. We aren't going to be able to make the revenue that we said that we were going to make during the current quarter. Okay, if that happens, this very strong narrative about AI could change a bit. But in the meantime, guys, any drop in these kind of stocks such as Nvda, Smci, AMD is going to keep getting bought up. I am 99% sure about it. So would I chase Nvda here? As I just told you guys, no. But any pullback, I don't know, guys. Maybe Nvda tomorrow drops down to this previous resistance from yesterday that today acted as support at $900, I could be buying this dip if I happen to confirm support over there. Yeah, this is a very good looking chart. Above all the moving averages, the trend is your friend. So no reason to short Nvda over here. And by the way, guys, if effectively we happen to see some sort of correction in the markets, or if the markets fall off a cliff next week because the seasonality happens to play out, any guys, drop of Nvda down to its 20-day moving average. As of now, the 20-day moving average is signaling $776. If I happen to see Nvda trading at $778, $800, I am going to go all in. All in. We aren't going to check on any AV WAPs because we don't have any buyers trapped in the case of Nvda. Let me take a look at the market structure of Nvda. So supply and demand. Take a look, guys. Oh my God. Take a look at the demand through the roof, and take a look at the supply, guys. Remember, demand buyer, supply seller. Take a look at the supply. The supply is falling. So this stock, I mean, let's just try to put this into perspective, guys. This stock has gone up since February 21st to this date. It has gone up 47%. 47% in a matter of how long, guys? What are we talking about? This is insane. 15 days. And the supply is falling. There are no sellers to be found. There are no sellers to be found over here. No one wants to sell Nvda. So most of the people that as of now are holding Nvda shares, they believe that there are still room to the upside. That's why every single dip keeps getting bought up. Unbelievable, guys. Crazy. I mean, for real, this is insane. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. The dumbest thing you can do out there from a trading perspective is try to short Nvda. It's the dumbest thing that you can do. Period. Full stop. Okay, so we have another request over here. We went over Nvda. What do you think about Meli? It's a good time to buy. Mercado Libre. Let me see. You guys say Mercado Libre. And obviously, guys, I speak English with an accent, obviously. You guys know that I am not an American, obviously. I am Venezuelan. But the way that we say in Spanish is Mercado Libre. Okay? So, but I mean, whatever. Let's go over Mercado Libre. Okay. So it went up today 0.29% and it closed the trading session at $1,529. Is it time to buy the dip on Mercado Libre? Mercado Libre? I'm just joking, guys. Okay. Maybe. I mean, we have a downward sloping 5-day moving average, but on the flip side, we can make the case that the 200 and the 100-day moving average are kind of helping the bulls over here. And why? Well, because they are upward sloping. They are pushing price higher until they are not. But in the meantime, guys, if Mercado Libre can consolidate above, or if the bulls of Mercado Libre can recapture these two moving averages, because as of now they are coinciding, both the 100 and the 5-day. So if we happen to see some sort of process of consolidation above $105,050, yeah, $1,550, this could be a trading opportunity. Yeah, any process of consolidation above 105,000. Sorry guys, I'm tired. $1,550 could be signaling that the bulls are gathering momentum in order to make another push higher, and maybe if that were the case, they could be able to fill this next gap up to $1,613. So from $1,560 ish up to $1,613, this could represent a 4% profit trade. So this would be an interesting stock, guys, consolidating above the convergence of these two moving averages, the 100 and the 5-day moving average. Let me take a look at the market structure of Mercado Libre, Meli. Let me see. Mercado Libre, there you go. I used to use Mercado Libre when I was living in Venezuela, like 7 years ago. The market structure looks a bit crappy here, guys. So the demand is collapsing and the supply is starting to go down as well. But take a look at the level of the supply relative to the level of the demand. So the level of the supply is higher, way higher than the level of the demand. And at the same time, the demand is going down. So be careful here, guys, because we can reconcile this market structure with, okay, that is signaling that sellers are gaining control of Mercado Libre. We can reconcile this market structure chart with the technical chart of Mercado Libre. Because why? Well, because we have the 5-day moving average downward sloping. So a no touch below, trading below $1,550. Okay, there you go. Any AV WAPs that could be worth to be pointed out? Let me see. In the case of Mercado Libre, let me see, Meli. Do we have any buyers trapped over here? I don't think so, right? What is the all-time high of Mercado Libre? $2,000. No, I mean, this is positive, guys. So we don't have any buyers trapped over here. Take a look. But hold. Let me draw an AV web from the last earnings report of Mercado Libre. Maybe we have some buyers trapped here. Yeah, we have some buyers. We have some buyers trapped here at $1,620. You see? So this is the gap to the upside that I was telling you guys about. So if Mercado Libre happens to consolidate again above $1,550, we already know that 1,610, 620 bucks is going to be a very tough spot for the bulls. So that would be an appropriate price target in order to close any bullish trade on Mercado Libre that we could be potentially opening slightly above 1,550 bucks. We have a very well-defined level of overhead supply at around 1,610, 620 bucks approximately. Alrighty, ExxonMobil. Let me take a look at ExxonMobil, XOM. Let me see, and I have been streaming for how long? 47 minutes. We are 47 minutes in. Exxon went up. It went up today 0.56%, and it closed the trading session at $107.37. This is an interesting chart, bro. What happened with oil today? It's going higher, huh? It went up 0.42%. It is still trading below 80 bucks. So, guys, 80 bucks is a very important psychological level for oil. If you happen to see oil bursting above 80 bucks, and if at the same time Exxon keeps consolidating above 106 bucks, 106 bucks, $106 is a previous resistance back from late February, and also a previous resistance back from mid-November, then yeah, we have maybe higher prices on deck for Exxon, guys. We have the next potential gap would be up to $110. This is a previous resistance back from early November. So what about some sort of tiny pullback of Exxon down to 107 bucks with oil bursting above 80 bucks? From $107 up to 109 bucks, this could represent a 2.89% profit trade. So good. And by the way, guys, Exxon closed today's trading session making a higher high. It is trading as of now above all the moving averages. The 5-day moving average is also upward sloping. So this chart is starting to look very compelling. Mostly if we can confirm that oil was able to burst above 80 bucks per barrel. Let me take a look at the market structure of XOM. Let me see, ExxonMobil. And the supply is rising and the demand is flat pretty much. So we got to be careful here, guys. It is imperative for Exxon, in order to think about higher prices, it will be able to remain trading above 106 bucks, $106.50. Okay, we can talk about that level, okay, because the supply is rising, so we might be about to see sellers stepping in over here, and if that were the case, 106 bucks could be violated to the downside. And if that is the case, a long trade would be we would have to rule out any long trade in the case of Exxon. Any AV webs here that we can point out? Let me see. ExxonMobil. Let's see. No, nothing meaningful, guys. If we draw an AV web from the all-time high of X, is this the all-time high? I don't think so, right? Exxon gotta come from higher prices, right? Like way before. I don't know. Yeah, let me double check on that, guys. Let me see. Yeah, this is the all-time high of Exxon, guys. So interesting. Okay. So 1 day. Okay. Yeah, we don't have any buyers trapped over here. So if we display an AV web from the all-time high of Exxon at $120, this price was hit back in September of last year. We get a price of $103. So actually $103 if the support of $106 happens to be broken to the downside. So $103 could also be acting as support. And if oil keeps going higher, we don't have any important levels of overhead supply above the current price of Exxon. So why not? Yeah, maybe we could be about to see a visit of $110. This could be happening. Yeah. SMCI. Sure. Let's go ahead and take a look at the talk of the town. Super microcomputer. I told you guys last week when SMCI was trading between 800 and $900. I told you guys every single time that SMCI has gotten closer to the 20-day moving average, the dip has gotten bought up immediately. And take a look. And I told you, I think that since SMCI is super related to this AI narrative, and since the AI narrative is still super strong because of Nvda, I think that we have higher prices coming up for a super microcomputer. And take a look. Long and behold, last Thursday was, I think SMCI was trading. Yeah, take a look. So last Thursday, when I was streaming for you guys way back then, SMCI was trading at $875, and I told you guys, I think that we have higher prices coming up for SMCI, and long and behold, SMCI has gone up 38% since then. How about that, huh? Okay, would I chase it here? No, I would not. I might be a buyer of the dip at $1,155. This is a previous resistance back from March 4th. And in case of a further pullback, we have over here the 5-day moving average pretty much coinciding with a previous resistance at $1,073. $1,073 happens to be a previous resistance back from mid-February that could be acting as support. It already did it. Yeah. 2 days ago. So this would be a level in which I would be interested in starting a trade on SMCI, guys. $1,070 approximately. And by the way, keep in mind that SMCI is going to be added to the S&P 500. To the S&P 500 on March 18th. So keep in mind, guys, we can obviously make the case that the S&P 500 inclusion was already discounted. It is already priced in. How higher can super microcomputer go from here? We don't know, guys. It just hit a brand new all-time high. So it is trading pretty much in no man's land. How high can it go? I don't know. $1,300, $1,400. It is anyone's guess. We cannot make any case here because we don't have any previous levels of overhead resistance in the case of SMCI. However, the average performance of a stock that is included into the S&P 500 once the inclusion goes through or is carried out is 5%. So in, let's say, statistical terms, whenever SMCI is included into the S&P 500, and I think that it is going to be included on March 18th, we can make the case that SMCI is going to have a 5% potential upside from that date and on. And once any stock that is included into the S&P 500 pulls up 5%, then we see profit taking and stuff like that. So give me $1,070 in normal market conditions, obviously, and I might be a buyer of SMCI. I always do 25 shares. I never trade options in the case of SMCI because of the implied volatility, obviously. Okay? And maybe, I don't know, a process of consolidation above $1,156 could be opening another trading opportunity over here. Let me see. The demand and the supply of good old SMCI. Let's see. Super microcomputer. What do we have over here? Excuse me, guys. Let me take a sip of Sprite. Take a look, guys. The demand is rising and the supply is below average, starting to rise as well, but way below the level, or it is way lower relative to the level of demand. So buyers, and despite the fact that SMCI has gone up, I don't know, like whatever, since early January. So since early January, SMCI has gone up 283%. This is insane, guys. But despite the fact that this stock has gone up a lot since early January, we have more buyers than sellers as of now in the case of this technical chart. So why not? We could see higher prices, guys, from a technical and market structure standpoint. I'm not going to show you guys any VWAPs because we don't have any buyers trapped over here, guys. We don't have any buyers trapped above the current price of SMCI. Robert Gray, can we look at Novo and Lily? And can you give me an idea of which one if you want to get into an option lip, would you pick? Why and why not if you would not do it? Today we had news about Nvda, about this weight loss drug that they are working on. And based on this news, we had Viking Therapeutics dropping and also Eli Lilly. I mean, this is a very good looking chart, guys. Don't get me wrong. But Nvda is trading at all-time highs. So I wouldn't chase it here. I would wait for a pullback, maybe down to this previous resistance at $128 approximately. We have the 5-day moving average upward sloping, 20-day moving average upward sloping, and the same goes for the 100 and the 200-day moving average. So I wouldn't chase it here. It is trading at $128. I mean, if you want to buy a lip, and I don't know if all of you guys know what is a lip. So that is a call option that expire 1 year out. If you want to buy a lip, I mean, you can buy any of these two stocks, but I would have to take a look at the valuation of these stocks because as of now, Eli Lilly has a very expensive valuation, and I guess that the same thing must go for Novo Nordisk. I would have to take a deeper look at their income statements and balance sheets and stuff like that. So, and Lilly, what happened with Lilly after hours? Let me take a look at Lilly. Eli Lilly. Yeah, I dropped on the NVO news that was pre-market. And take a look, guys. So we saw some sort of pullback in the case of Lilly because of the news of NVO. And this is an uptrend, guys. And for the most part, in uptrends, dips tend to be bought up. And that's exactly what happened in the case of Lilly, guys. It retraced, found support at the rising or upward sloping 20-day moving average, and it bounced back up. And the bulls actually managed to close the trading session slightly. I mean, they tried to close the trading session above the 5-day moving average, but they couldn't do it. But, you know, only by $2. So any process of consolidation of Lilly above the 5-day moving average could be a buy. This is a very beautiful technical chart. Say that Lilly consolidates above $782. We could see another push to the upside, and maybe Lilly could be filling this gap up to the brand new all-time high that was hit 3 days ago at $797. This is a previous, I mean, this is the all-time high that was hit back on March 4th. This is a very good looking chart, guys. I mean, but since you're asking me about a leap, I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't buy it based on the technical chart, because when you buy a call option, guys, that expire 1 year out, that is some sort of kind of long-term investment. So you have to take a look at different factors other than the technical chart. But both technical charts look amazing, guys. I would trade these stocks, no problem, huh? No problem. Let me see. In the case of MBO, and I think that this weight loss mania will keep going, guys. Yeah, I wouldn't chase MBO here for sure. I would wait for a pullback down to $128. If I happen to confirm that the bulls found support over there, I would be maybe buying the dip. Yeah, it went on a tear today. Unbelievable. Yeah, crazy. Let me take a look at the market structure of NVO, Novo Nordisk. Let me see. Yeah, I mean, the demand is flat and pretty much at the same level of the supply. So we have a tie here between buyers and sellers. We cannot make any bearish case in the case of MBO. So there you go. Yeah, I would wait for a pullback, definitely, in the case of MBO. If I take a quick look, let me take a quick look here at the valuation of these two stocks. Let me see, Novo Nordisk. You have a revenue growth of 36%. This is a very decent revenue growth year over year. I don't know. Let me take a look at the P ratio. You have a P of 50. You have a price to sales of 17. Let me take a look at Lilly. Lilly got to be a more expensive stock than NBO. You have a revenue growth of 28%. So less revenue growth relative to NBO. What about the net income? Is it growing on a consistent basis? That got to be the case, I guess. What is the net income here of... damn it, I don't see it. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, net income is... pretty much near the highest range, the highest historical range of the net income of Lilly. You have a revenue growth of 28%. Let me see. Have a P ratio of 134. And you have a price to sales of 21. So Lilly has a price to sales that is higher than NVO's, and NVO has a better revenue growth year over year. I mean, if you point a gun at my head and you tell me, okay, you need to buy a leap of either Eli Lilly or NVO, I might get the leap of a call option that expires more than 1 year out. I would get a leap of MBO, but I mean I would have to take a deeper look at the valuation of and the commercial performance of both companies. Mm-hmm. There you go. Okay, so Walmart after the recent stock split trend. Let me take a look at Walmart. Let me see. This is an uptrend, guys. It went down today 0.35%, and it closed the training session at $60.36. So nothing wrong with this chart, guys. Would I be a buyer of Walmart? Yes. I mean, we have all the moving averages upward sloping. Maybe a pullback down to the 5-day moving average near $60. This is a previous resistance. Back from late February. This would be a viable pullback here, guys. This technical chart is under the total control of buyers, right? Absolutely. All the moving averages are upward sloping. If we take a look at the market structure of Walmart, let me see. WMT. What do we have here? Let me see. The demand is starting to drop, which is not a good sign, and the supply is starting to rise. We can make the case that the supply or the level of sellers is way below the level of the demand, or the level that we can notice when it comes to the buyers. But the demand is starting to drop. It's starting to go down, which is not a good sign. So keep an eye on $60. if Walmart holds $60 as support, we have probably a bounce coming up, which could take Walmart back to all-time highs at $61. So this is a very good-looking chart. Very good-looking chart. And this is an all-time high, right? Am I right about that? Let me see. Yeah, obviously. This is a brand new all-time highs. There you go. So, guys, I think that we are 1 hour in. And yes, we are 1 hour and 5 minutes in. So thank you very much for watching. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And remember, so when it comes to my pre-market commentary tomorrow, it's going to be posted at around 9:15 a.m. So once I'm going to be posting that information, once the jobs report of February is posted, remember that report is going to be posted at 8:30 a.m. We might see some sort of volatility. And if we happen to see some sort of pullback tomorrow and not a melt-up operation, such as the one that we saw today, we are going to be taking some good trades tomorrow. And sorry for being late, guys, but I was trading earnings after hours, so I couldn't be on time. So sorry about that. Next time, I will try to be on time, okay? Thanks, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day, okay? Take care. Go grab a beer. I'll do the same. Bye. Thank you. Thank you for coming. Bye-bye. Thank you for joining.